6 News Storm Team.
Well, coming up on 6/16 here on your Thursday morning. A pretty pleasant day out there this morning. Not too windy yet.
Not too windy yet. The winds are going to pick up later in the day. Again, up to maybe 40 miles per hour, especially out to the west. And even yesterday, it sort of spread itself out across much of the state. We've seen wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour here in Bismarck. So
not letting up.
No, it's not. Yeah, we'll start this off on our satellite and radar, where we're not seeing much. That system up to the northeast, that was one that brought in some of that severe weather into the western portions of the state, especially around that Williston, Watford City area. You've seen some hail. You've seen heavy rains. It's Williston that got up to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain. So we'll get more rain reports as we get through the rest of the morning. We'll finally get probably a finalized report right around noon. And we're seeing some more light rain that's maybe wanting to try to move itself in out here to the northwest. It is struggling to get into the state, but we could possibly see it, some light rain quickly move in and out. Air quality index right now does show this area right in the central portions of the state, where we're seeing that unhealthy for sensitive groups. And then we have this moderate rating really surrounding it all the way out west until we get to the Badlands. And that's where we're actually seeing good ratings. And we should start to see more and more good ratings across much of the day as those winds pick up, mostly from the west, southwest. We're going to see some of that smoke get blown out, and we should see better air qualities for your afternoon activities. Temperatures right now show we got those mid to lower 60s in the central portion of the state. As you move out to the west, you've got some of those 50, a little bit cooler out there. Cold front has rolled through. It is still rolling through. That's why we see our winds are sort of all over the place right now. Out to the west, you have winds from the west, 5 to, let's go 15 miles per hour. Then we get into the central portions of the state. We're looking at 5 to 15 from the south. But again, most of these winds are going to equalize out from the west, but wind gusts are going to pick up this afternoon. We're looking at wind gusts 40 to 45 miles per hour for many in the western portion of the state. Could shift itself into the central portions as well. And most people are going to see a 25 to 30 mile per hour wind today. And then we get into Friday, calm in the morning. By the afternoon, up to the north, you're looking at 25 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts. Could stretch down to the south as well as we get through Friday. Your highs this afternoon got us sitting in the mid to lower 80s, but once again, we are above average, not by much, by 2 to 3 degrees in some locations, but our average temperatures for today are going to be in the lower 80s and the upper 70s. So there are some areas out to the west where you see that lower 80s that you're at average for the day today. SPC has given us another non-severe thunderstorm outlook. That's really Minot, Bismarck, all the way east. Biggest concern today will probably be another round of hail, but it is a pretty small chance for tonight. Precision cast shows there isn't much. We'll have some sun, we'll have some clouds. There's going to be a low pressure system just off to the north here that we can barely see. That's going to bring in some rain chances to the north. Again, they're a pretty small chance, just sort of some disagreement with the weather models, but if we're going to see rain, it's going to be up in the Minot area towards Devil's Lake really quickly this afternoon into the evening before it moves out. Then Friday looks to be another day where we're going to be filled with sun, maybe some clouds, and then once we get to Saturday, we're going to stay dry once again, but cloud cover looks like it's going to want to leave. We'll actually should have a nice sunny day for Saturday. Your Williston 5-day forecast got us in the 70s today, 80s tomorrow, 90s on Saturday and Sunday, back to the 70s on Monday. Dickinson, 80s the next 2 days, 90s for your weekend. Then we'll have those 70s for Labor Day. Your Minot 7-day forecast, well, a similar outlook. 80s the next 2 days, 90s for the weekend, those 80s on Labor Day, then those 70s starting to appear midweek. We'll have to see. Wednesday could be a little bit warmer as well. Your Bismarck 7-day forecast, 80s the next 2 days, 90s for the weekend, lower 80s for your Labor Day. We'll have some rain chances too that could pop up to start next week as well.
It's when we start getting down into the 40s and the high 30s for overnight temperatures, then we have to start to worry.
Yeah, once we start getting those very low lows, that's when it starts. You sort of know it's
over.
Yeah. To enjoy summer temperatures while we can.
At least there was a frost warning in the UP of Michigan a couple days ago. At least we're not there yet.
You're so glad now you're here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes. Coming up on Good Day Dakota, the school year is in full swing and